Accelerator vs Kakine is one of the greatest fights in the Toaru series, and it's sad to see how underrated it is. In this video, I will analyze the qualities that make this fight great. I'll start with the phases. The first phase is based around Kakine showing off his abilities. Accelerator attacks with tornadoes, but Kakine is able to block them with his angelic wings. He then explains how his abilities work, before using sunlight, wind, and his wings to damage his opponent. Kakine wins this phase. The second starts with Accelerator retaliating. The two send attacks at each other on equal footing before messing up the city even more. This phase ends out on a draw. The third and final phase begins with Accelerator revealing that he was moving debris during their battle in order to protect civilians. Both combatants attack each other and create a shockwave. Once it clears, it is shown that Accelerator has won. In the light novel, he takes control of his opponent's wings and stabs him with it. The fight is short, but filled with so many details. To explain, Accelerator's ability gives him the power to control vectors. This was established in the first arc he appeared. Nearly all attacks that came his way were automatically reflected, but this fight expands upon the fine details of his ability and has his opponent exploit them. While we were never explicitly told this, it is shown that Accelerator doesn't reflect everything. For example, he obviously has to eat food to survive, and we have seen him touch and carry objects or people without reflecting them. This fight goes into more detail and explains that there are things that Accelerator unconsciously doesn't reflect because he doesn't perceive them as harmful. Kakine brought up sunlight and wind as examples, so his strategy was to attack his opponent with things that the latter filtered as harmless. How he accomplished this was using his own ability. In simple terms, his power, dark matter, allows him to create matter that doesn't exist until he creates it, and matter that doesn't exist operates under rules that don't exist. This allows him to do things such as making sunlight harmful. This strategy allowed him to take the first phase. The second phase doesn't have too much strategy. It is mostly the two just sending attacks at each other. But in the final phase, Accelerator not only shows that he has been in control, but also gains a grasp on his opponent's ability. While it is a little vague, there is a valid explanation. Accelerator uses the laws of physics for his vector calculations, so when he faced attacks that broke those laws, his defense was broken. But by the end of the fight, he adds Kakine's powers into his own vector calculation, thus allowing him to manipulate his opponent's wings. Creative thinking like this is why I love this battle and Toaru. The author created one detailed ability, and then created another ability designed to target the weaknesses of the first ability. That was the perfect recipe for an amazing fight, especially since the user of the first ability still found a way to overcome the hurdle. The way the pendulum of the phases swung from Kakine's favor to Accelerator's also kept the fight very interesting. Even the individual attacks are epic. Everything just comes together so nicely. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and check out my manga. All important links will be in the description.